Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a first impression of a drugstore foundation. The last one I did was of a Wet n Wild foundation. I will link that down below for you. And I had so much fun filming it, so I thought it would be really fun to film another one. So this is the number 7 Stay Perfect foundation. It says for all skin types, coverage medium, non-stop complexion perfection all day wear. Amazing. I usually just do like a medium coverage foundation and then a little bit of powder and I'm good to go. As opposed to like a full coverage foundation, which you would normally see somebody with problem skin using. I don't know, I just like medium coverage, okay? I bought this at Target for $15.99, which is really not cheap. But most of the other foundations that I enjoy are gonna cost anywhere between like $38 and $45 anyway. So if I do end up liking this, for me, it's kind of cheap. On the Target website, it has like a 3.6 star rating. There's 11 shades ranging to the color chestnut. So that one in store kind of looked like it would work for dark skin. I don't think there's an option for super deep skin. This is the shade Warm Ivory, which usually is indicative of my shade because I'm super light, but I have a yellow undertone. So that's how I went about choosing this. I wish drugstores just had testers because people open up and use it anyway. Like I'm pretty sure this is used. When I opened it up, it had like a little bit of foundation on the pump anyway, but whatever. We're just gonna get into it. It looks a little bit dark for me. Real quick, I'll read the side for you. It can be relied upon to stay perfect up to 17 hours of wear, weatherproof and transfer proof. It won't cake or flake on dry skin, nor slide and shine on oily skin. Look great no matter what, fragrance-free, SPF 15 and vitamin E to protect and care for your skin. Non-pore blocking. Vitamin E can make me kind of shiny throughout the day, but we'll see what happens. For best results, shake before use, blend on smoothly evenly with your fingers or a sponge, working downwards and outwards from the center of your face. Hypoallergenic, because all skin can have sensitive moments. Our foundation products are hyperallergenic, so they are kind to even the most sensitive skin, which is great. My skin's acne prone, so that means that it's sensitive. So I want to use a brush with this, but I also want to follow the instructions. I'm going to do this region with a dampened beauty blender. I'm going to start with one pump, just get a little bit on my beauty blender and start to dab that on. I kind of hate going in with a beauty blender right away because it ruins the coverage. Like it drinks so much of your product, but it says to apply it with a sponge. So I feel like sitting in front of my window filming before I like got tan because I use a lot of exfoliants, which is not good. I really should have been wearing sunscreen. Anyway, it's a better match than the Wet n Wild foundation for sure. I'm gonna use my fingers on my forehead. The fingers obviously make it go away longer way than the sponge. Like you have to use so much product with the sponge. Like I used more than one pump on just this area, which is ridiculous. It's leaving me a little shiny. I can't tell if that's because I'm just like sweating, so we'll see how it wears throughout the day. On this region of my face, I'm going to take it with my Real Techniques buffer brush. Yeah, see, I really prefer it with a brush to the sponge. So I really think the application works all ways, like with a sponge, a brush, and your fingers. I ended up using 3 pumps all over my face, but if I didn't use the sponge, I definitely would have needed like a pump and a half at most. Maybe 2 pumps. So I'm gonna set my T-zone with this translucent powder by the brand, how do you pronounce this? Carrera. So this is makeup that's created by this woman who has a store out of Teaneck. I also use her airbrush system. If you live in northern New Jersey, it's definitely worth checking out because this powder is bomb. Like it looks really good on top of regular makeup, on top of airbrush makeup, and it really blurs pores and I don't get flashback. I don't use it on deeper skin tones in my kit. I'll always use a tinted powder on deeper skin tones. But on light to medium skin tones, this is awesome. Okay, and the finish to me looks demi-matte. My skin isn't super oily. It's definitely acne prone, but it's not super oily, so keep that in mind while I'm giving you feedback. I am going to put my Kat Von D Lock-It foundation powder, which I use as a setting powder, just on this half of my face. just so we can compare how either side wears. And I'm applying this with my e.l.f. Complexion Brush. Right now I'm just going to put some makeup on my cheeks. Okay, so my contour and highlighter on. I have a hair appointment today, which is really close to my mom's house, so I'm gonna stop there to do laundry. Oh, by the way, if you're curious as to what is on my eyes, it is the Sephora Pro Editorial palette. I was filming swatches of these this morning, and I also will be filming a review and a tutorial, so definitely stay tuned for that. So far, I really like the way the foundation looks. The coverage is definitely medium. It has a demi-matte finish. They didn't make any claims to the finish, but on my like normal-ish skin, it is demi-matte. It didn't do like the best job of blurring my texture, but my skin looks pretty healthy. I really like it so far. The time is 11:26. I won't be awake for 17 hours, but we're gonna give it like maybe a 13-hour shift and see how it goes. All right, I'll see you all in my first check-in. Bye. Hey everyone, I'm here for a check-in. It is 2:07, so it's been 2.5 hours since I first applied the foundation. I just got my hair toned and blown out. It smells like cupcakes, which is really nice and different for me anyway. The foundation is really nice. Okay, here's the other thing. I used a new contour today that I don't know if I'm feeling, or I think I applied too much of it. It's not a full coverage foundation. It's more of a medium coverage as advertised, so I'm not holding that against it, obviously, because that's in the claims, but I don't feel like it wore off. My left side is looking a little bit shiny, whereas my right side looks a little bit more like intact, but still it's like overall not too shiny. This part feels like a little bit tacky because I didn't set it. Yeah, overall it's doing well so far. I definitely think so far that this could be a great everyday foundation for me. Like when I reviewed the Wet n Wild foundation, I really loved the way it made my skin look, but putting it on is annoying because you can't use your hands or a brush, and to me using a sponge is less convenient. Whereas for me on the daily, I want something that I can kind of chuck on with a brush. Like my thing is spraying a brush with alcohol, cleaning it on a rag, and then going ahead and applying my foundation. Like I have like 20 minutes to get ready in the morning. So that being said, with my fingers or the brush, it applied super well, and I feel so far that this could be a great everyday foundation. I will check back in a few hours. Hey everyone, I'm back for another check-in.
Hello.
This is my sister Christy, who will hopefully be making another appearance on my channel soon. I've retired as the cool sibling, and now it's Christy. Gray hair is cool, right?
Yes.
I think so. Anyway, so you know how sometimes your makeup just looks bad in the car? I think that's what was happening because the foundation really looks good. It's 5:49, almost 7 hours now. Yeah, like 6.5 hours, something like the 6.5 hours. And I mean, around my hairline, obviously they washed my hair, so if it didn't come off with shampoo, I'd be a little concerned. But anyway. Anyway, like it looks good. It's a medium coverage foundation, so obviously some of my problem areas are gonna come through. I'm getting a little bit shiny, but nothing major. And it's wearing really well. I will check back in again later when I have done something more rigorous than laundry. All right. See you soon. This is my final check-in. It is 12:32, which means that I've been wearing this for just over 13 hours. It looks good. It's a little shiny, like around my T-zone. To be fair, right in here where it's most shiny is where I have my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and that will get shiny on me throughout the day. Everywhere else looks fine. The contour, I don't know if you can see on camera, but like is choppy and patchy. And at first I was like, well, maybe that's the foundation, but no. I really think it's the contour because everywhere else, the foundation looks good. You know what I'm saying? Like across my forehead, it looks good. I'm not really getting any separation. Even where it is shiny, it's like holding together. To be honest, powdering on either side didn't really make a difference. But as far as my skin goes, this has not created any new blemishes. And I've been wearing it for 13 hours. Normally, my skin will start to feel all clogged up and weird by then. So that's a really big plus for me. So is the way this makes my skin look absolutely miraculous? No, but it makes my skin look pretty good. It can be applied really easily with a brush, and it doesn't clog my pores over 13 hours of wear. So that will make it a good contender for like an everyday foundation for me. I'm going to kind of keep using it on a daily basis. I really like that it has SPF 15. I like that it didn't get like super shiny on me throughout the day. So I will use it as like an everyday foundation. And if I notice anything different or I start really loving it or whatever, I will definitely update you on that. Overall, I would recommend it. It says for all skin types, and I would say that's pretty true. If you have super dry skin, obviously just moisturize, but you could definitely still wear this. I don't think it's like cakey or drying by any means or overly matte. If you have super oily skin, I would definitely powder because a tiny bit of shine is coming through, but it's not, like, I don't feel like an oil slick, you know what I mean? I did just go have shrimp tacos and margaritas, and I am like sweating because my apartment has no air conditioning, so just keep that in mind. Sometimes when I eat oily food, like, it shows in my skin. I will make a quick note that the packaging is great. It is a like semi-frosted glass, very sleek, and I love that it has a pump. Thank you. I mean, it's not a super cheap foundation for drugstore, so I would expect like quality packaging. And by the way, it has no flashback. I took a flash photo before that I will real quick show you right here. As you can see, no flashback. So that is it for my first impressions of the number 7 Stay Perfect foundation. Let me know if you've tried this, and if so, what you think. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.